Welcome back to Bombastic Nation and Ting and Ting and Ting. I'm Mr. Giant and I'm back with some more vibes for all you. And this one is another one of them scary videos. You know, it might not be scary to us grown-ups as much, but I think I'm gonna start doing some real ghost videos where things comes out of the darkness, boo-ah again. I used to do them and I haven't done them in a while. I'm gonna do them as extra, just like I'm you know what I mean? The history videos is gonna be there, but the ghost or scary videos or anything like that is going to be extra. And turn on the notifications so you know when they're coming in, because I could upload one of those as an extra one Monday through Friday. So hit the notification whenever you subscribe so you know whenever I put some stuff up. Anyway, this one is called Top 10 Scary Japanese Urban Legends. And I'm looking forward to that because, man, I've seen some Japanese horror movies. They are a lot more scary than the regular horror movies that we see. The regular horror movies that we see is pretty much slasher movies, and that ain't horror. That's just slasher stuff, and a lot of it is quite funny anyway. But let's YouTube and Sim and see what Japan have to offer us.
Welcome back everyone, it's time for another scary video. This is our Urban Legends series where we take a look at traditional and modern stories from countries all around the world. They're always different, but they're always very creepy. My name is Danny Burke, and this is the top 10 scary Japanese urban legends. Starting up number 10 now, we have Tek. This is the urban legend about a girl who fell under a train and was cut in half. She then became a vengeful spirit that moves using her hands and elbows, dragging herself while making the sound Tek. If you hear that noise, you're supposed to just run for your life. Those who are caught by the Tek will receive a fate just like hers. She's said to slash her victims in half so that they look like her, and possibly also become wandering, vengeful spirits just like she is. At number 9 now, we have the slit-mouthed woman.
Oh, that's what you call a demon child. Oh, they're slitting people up and ting. The bumbleclot going on here. Wow. That one was gruesome. You see, I told you. They go over there, bold there, boy.
You may recognize this one from a number of Japanese movies and TV shows. The traditional name for this being is Kuchi Saki Onna and dates back over 300 years ago. She's a woman who was brutally murdered by her husband after he found out that she was having an affair with another samurai. This left her in death as a restless, vengeful.
Can you say, let's scare women into not cheating on their husbands? Listen, man, woman, they gonna cheat if they gonna cheat. There ain't nothing you could really do about it. Well, I take that back. Treat them right. But in a lot of the cases, there's nothing you're gonna do about it. And I think if they're gonna cheat, they had doubts from the beginning when they got married to you. Because if they didn't have doubts in the beginning, their conscience will get to them. Because I do believe most people are good people. But in my opinion, if there wasn't doubts in the beginning, it wouldn't be easy to do it. See, I'm divorced. I didn't cheat because I never had doubts from the beginning that that's who I wanted to get married to.
Spirit. She is said to cover her mouth with a cloth mask, a fan, or a scarf. If you approach her, she'll ask you if you think she's pretty. If you answer yes, she will then remove the mask, and when the victim screams, they will be slashed from ear to ear until they look like her. Even if you say no to this question, she's said to just follow you home and then brutally murder you that night. It's a lose-lose situation. Next up at number 8 now, we have Daruma Sam.
Is she just doing that to men? Because why would she do that to women? And why would she come back and do that anyway? You was wrong, you cheated. And you won't come back and terrorize other people? I understand what was done to you was wrong, but damn, that's one selfish ghost.
This urban legend is more of an old game that's been passed down through the years. So here's how it goes. You shower in a bath, you turn off the lights, and you chant, Daruma Sam fell down, while you wash your hair. It's said that you will then see a woman in your mind. She is Daruma Sam. She'll be standing up.
I tell you about these Japanese people, these Japanese urban stuff.
Straight through her eye and kills her. then you will feel her ghostly presence somewhere behind you. Now if you turn around, there she will be. Black, tangled hair, rotting clothes, one eye is bloodshot and the other is just a bloody hollow eye socket. The game continues even further than that if you dare, but I think that's enough for you guys to understand just how creepy this urban legend is. Okay, at number 7 now, we have The Girl from the Gap. This Japanese story comes from people's natural fear of what lies lurking in the cracks of a home. Do you guys ever see something move past the hinge of the door when the door is open? Ooh. Is that someone looking out from inside your wardrobe? Have you ever pictured a hand reaching out from between the bed and the floor? Well, it could be the girl from the gap, a spirit that lives both physically and metaphorically between worlds. It said that if you ever see her, she will ask you if you want to play hide and seek. At that point, the game is on. When you see her between a gap again, she'll drag you to an otherworldly hell. At number 6 now, we have The Red Room. This is a very modern
Okay, I tell you what, the closest I come to thinking of ghosts in that sense is, I remember one time, I guess it was like 6 a.m. in the morning. In the island, we get up at 5 a.m. when I was growing up. You got to get up, you got to go water the plants. I had to go pick up a cow manure. Because my mom planted lilies in the driest part of the island, so we had to keep it wet and we had to put all this cow manure on it. But anyway, she had called me to get up early. And I lay back down, you know what I mean? Teenager, being lazy. And I swear, I opened my eyes and there was a skeleton standing over me. And in my mind, I was thinking it was my grandfather. My grandfather had passed at the time. I could have sworn it was my grandfather standing there as a skeleton, making me jump up. I saw it as, I ain't even lying to you. It could be my mind playing tricks on me. It could be my conscience playing tricks on me because my mom told me to get up and I didn't. But I saw a skeleton, I'm telling you. I saw something there and it scared the piss out of me. I jumped up, went and I was digging up that horse manure, looking around. What the hell? The skeleton ain't following a brethren and thing. But yeah, that's well, I have other stories, but that was the one that stuck out in my mind because of the situation from which it sprung, you know.
At number 6 now, we have The Red Room. This is a very modern Japanese urban legend about a pop-up ad that's all red and black. When you see it in a child's voice, it will simply repeat the phrase, "Do you like?" Apparently, a boy who got the pop-up tried to close it, but it just kept reappearing. Then it changed to, "Do you like red?" Keeps trying to close it, but it grows larger and changes again to say, "Do you like the red room?" Then the site changes entirely. It's just completely red and black. It has a list of names on it. His friend's name is at the bottom. A hand reaches out towards the boy's neck from a video. The ending gets even more twisted, but guess what? It's based on a real website. It's still out there. If you can find it, you'll know the gruesome legend.
No, not looking for it.
Moving on to number 5 now.
I don't want to find out.
Human pillars. This legend dates back to ancient times in Japan, where it's known as Hito Bashira. Back then, there was a belief that a human sacrifice sealed inside a structure would make the foundation more stable. This means that many old Japanese buildings are said to contain the spirits of the people who were sacrificed during their construction. One famous example is Matsu Castle, where a woman was sealed inside the foundations during its construction. Now, her spirit is said to haunt the castle, and whenever a woman dances there, the castle shakes violently. Many building owners in Japan are actually quite open about their buildings being a human pillar. Next up, at number 4 now, we have the Snake Woman. This one comes from the old Japanese folklore of Nuri Onna, which translates
all these things female.
She's often described as having the head of a woman and the body of a snake, with long claws, snake eyes, and jet black hair. She carries with her a childlike bundle to lure in her victim.
And child. The word child keeps coming up in all of these.
It's not actually a child at all. The bundle then becomes very heavy and stops the victim from fleeing. The Snake Woman then uses her long tongue to suck all of the blood from the victim's body until they die.
Blood-sucking snake.
Now we have Oni Baba. She is a demon woman that often appears in Japanese folklore.
Woman again.
She'll often appear as an old woman asking for help but if you get too close, she will slice you open with a knife and eat you. She's said to be the tormented spirit of a woman who accidentally killed her own pregnant daughter and unborn grandchild in an effort to find a cure for her friend's child being sick. She was told to bring back the liver of an unborn child, but when she finally killed her victims, she found they were actually her own family. Okay, next up at number 2 now, we have The Dream School. This one is extra creepy because apparently if you don't forget this story within a week of hearing it, it will happen to you. Let's see if that's true. One night, a boy had a dream about a school. The hallways just looped forever, bringing him always back to the start. Staircases led back to the first floor. As he got quite scared, he heard footsteps behind him. He ran until he found an emergency exit with a glass box and a key next to it. The glass had been smashed and there was no key, just a note saying that it could be found in room 108. When he found that room, it was empty. No students, but there were backpacks hanging off every single chair. Then there was a pounding on the door. He opened it, terrified, to find the hallways covered with dead children. It said that he never woke up from his dream, and if you don't forget this story in 1 week, you will meet the same fate.
Out of my mind. Out of my mind. Gone.
See me on the channel next week. Sorry. And finally, number 1 now, we have Onrio. This is a traditional Japanese belief about a vengeful spirit that can and will physically hurt the living. It's a very scary concept if you're only familiar with the Western idea of ghosts, which don't really tend to take solid forms and so can't hurt humans with physical contact in the traditional way. That's not true though for an Onrio. They are vengeful and full of hate, stopping at nothing to enact the suffering they received when they were alive. For any of you guys who have seen The Grudge, this spirit is the influence for that creepy girl in that movie. Well, that's now our 3rd video exploring urban legends around the world. We've done Korea, Britain.
I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna have to do Korea. But anyway, yeah, I'm telling you, these Japanese urban legends, man, they over the top scary stuff. You know what I mean? But they ain't even joking. But anyway, man, thank you all for watching this with me. Take care of yourself, all right? Cool runnings.